My name's Stuart Renfrew. I'm a first AD from England. Well, I'm Scottish, but from England. I've been working in films for about 20 years. All the roles, third, second, first. The sort of films I've worked on, I've done a lot of films with Stephen Frears, Tamara Drew, Cherie, Mrs. Henderson. I've worked with Stephen for about 10 years, and other films, I did a film last year with a great director, Tim Lewison, The Hot Potato, which was in Belgium and England. No, I've done production value with Dennis 5 times now. The interesting thing about it is that when I was learning to be an assistant director, there was no training courses. There was no way of learning. You only learned on the job working. And I think production value is very interesting because it's the only course where you can pick up some of the knowledge and some of the skills in an environment that's not with the pressure of actually making the production, which is a stressful, it can be stressful and hard work. Whereas here, there's an opportunity for these new ADs and line producers to pick up a lot of knowledge from. Some of the guys here are so experienced. It's a great opportunity for them, I think. I think that was one of the reasons why Dennis set the course up. Was he discovered that, and even in Europe's a small area, and even within sort of Europe, France, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Italy, these just as an example, they're all very close together, but in each country it's completely different how people do the job and the expectations. And one of the interesting things with production value is you discover, with all the Norwegian, Swiss, Italian, Dutch, English, Estonian, Lithuanian, you discover that you discover what the differences are. So which helps, because you can, for example, if I was to do a film in any one of these countries, because of production value, I've got a better knowledge of the cultural change or the expectations. And it is so different. It's the same job titles often, but with different expectations. It's quite bizarre. We talk with Dennis about how we can improve the course or what suggestions. And, in the reality, for example, we don't have a production designer here, and we don't have a location manager, and we don't have real locations. So there are certain elements we just have to assume and make a decision on. So, for example, we decided that will be certain things. For example, that will be a construction in the studio, and although that wouldn't be our decision, it would be decided by these other people. You make these assumptions so that you can then work with the process, because you walk onto production and go, right, well, that's 4 weeks in the studio. So I think what Dennis does very cleverly is because he sets people up before Christmas, it becomes deadlines. Everybody has to get certain things presented before Christmas, and then you have to present things just after. So the timing of the year when he does it, actually, because there is a real sense of got to get that done. And I think if you placed it somewhere later in the year, you wouldn't have the same. You wouldn't have the same tension that's created. So when you're talking with the students before Christmas, you do a lot of Skype conferences with them. I mean, there's a certain point where they really have to get working hard, as you would do for any production. So there's a sort of unnatural pressure applied, and then here there's a natural pressure applied because once we're here at production value, there's 3 or 4 days work before the real director and the real producer come. That puts the pressure on the people to create work that's of value. Yeah.